tough night, shooting and also on the defensive end because we didn't, we couldn't get over the hump with stops. We got to lead down to 10 a couple times and just never could break through. And I thought we could, but that's a good team that we played. Great learning experience for our guys from the standpoint of physicality and what you need to do in order to win. And we get a chance to kind of lick our wounds a little bit and get ready for our next opponent, and then we have league after that. So a lot of things we need to get better at, and our guys are going to continue to work and find a way.
They came in with some really good defensive numbers, and obviously they moved up to the building tonight. Where would you rank those? I know you haven't seen many teams this season, but they've got to be right up there in your experience in terms of what they're able to do.
Yeah, I think they're a very good defensive team. Number one, they have a presence at the rim, and I think it's Mikael Mitchell. He came in had about 31 blocks for the season, which is pretty good. So when you have somebody in the paint like that, that's the first thing that you look at. And then they played the gaps really well. We tried to punch a gap a couple times and got stripped, and they turned those turnovers into baskets. So we had to find another way. And then when you don't shoot the ball well, we go 5 for 22. It makes it even more difficult. So we got to learn from this. We got to get better. We have good guys on our team and good players on our team. We just got to find a way to help them maximize who they are.
Those 2 quick fouls in the first half for Patrick, how much do you think that affected him as far as being able to get back on track offensively today?
Yeah, that's hard I don't know when he went out in the game, but when you pick up your 2 and you have to sit for 9 or 10 minutes and then you're trying to find your rhythm, it's hard. And, for him, he's a young kid and he needs to find a way to get back into the game somehow, some way. And I know he will. I trust he will. But yeah, it was a difficult night for him, and not only for him, but also our entire team for the most part.
I know he's obviously a really mature kid. He's been handling the situation, probably better than most. But how do you think, from your perspective, as coach, as dad, that he's been dealing with the attention, and everybody's talking about all the NBA teams that are here every game. How do you think he's done with all that so far?
He's such a great kid from that standpoint. I think he's handling it well. I trust him so much that if it becomes an issue, that he would tell me, and then I would take some things off of his plate, from that standpoint. But he just knows that it just requires work, and if anybody that I know that doesn't worry about outside noise, it's him. And I don't think he gets concerned about who's in the stands and who's watching, and the pressure. He relishes it. He wants it. And it's just a matter of the plays that are out there, being able to make them when they're there.
How big was Joey's technical in the second half? You mentioned the Mitchell brothers. They're quite a load inside, and Joey's been a pretty unsung hero for you as far as interior defensively. Did you feel like that hurt you, losing him at that point?
Yeah, it does. It did, because he's a starting center. He's big, he's physical, and rebounds the ball pretty well. I think he had 4 at the time in 16 minutes. But it hurt, because if you're trying to do anything as far as pressuring and having protection at the rim, he's not in there. And then offensively, I thought he's been doing some good things offensively. We got to find him more to get him some opportunities. But yeah, it hurt not having him, and I think his technical ended up being his 5th foul. So it definitely hurt us at that point.
Did he just say something to one of the refs? Do you know what happened?
It's the ref said that he was talking back to the bench, and I think there was talk during the whole game, and I thought it was a cheap one.
DeAndre Golston scoring 16 points. This is the 7th time he's broken double digits. How important is he in the offense moving forward, kind of providing a spark or being that player you can always go to?
Well, he's one of our top 2 scorers on the team, so he's really important.
And as far as protecting the home court, obviously it hasn't been so successful yet to this point. How disappointing is it from your perspective, and how important is it going to be moving forward to start winning these games at home, particularly?
Yeah, we look at it as you know, our next few games obviously are on the road, but when we are in league, in order to try to get to where we want to get to, you have to win. You have to win your home games, and then you have to win your share of road games. But the home court advantage, we definitely want that. We love playing here, and you know, now we're going to have our opportunities once league starts and after St. Xavier.